Dusk. A ghost town. Wind howled through empty streets. Buildings stood decrepit, windows like vacant eyes. A lone streetlight flickered, casting long dancing shadows. Silence, heavy and oppressive, blanketed everything. Then a twig snapped. Something moved in the deepening shadows, a pair of eyes glowing green, ignited in the darkness. A black cat, sleek and silent, emerged from the gloom. Its fur was as dark as the night itself, blending seamlessly with the shadows. Each step it took was deliberate, almost as if it was stalking an invisible prey. Its eyes, two emerald embers, burned with an unnatural light. They seemed to pierce through the darkness, revealing secrets hidden in the night. The glow was mesmerizing, almost hypnotic, drawing you in with an eerie allure. It padded down the center of the street, unafraid, its gaze fixed on something unseen. The street was deserted, the silence only broken by the soft padding of its paws. It moved with a purpose, as if it knew exactly where it was going. A low growl rumbled deep in its chest, a sound that sent shivers down the spine. The growl was a warning, a signal to any who dared to cross its path. It was a sound that spoke of ancient instincts and primal fears. The growl echoed through the empty streets, bouncing off the dilapidated buildings. The sound seemed to linger, hanging in the air long after the cat had passed. It was as if the very night itself was alive with the echoes of that growl.
A whisper followed, barely audible, carried on the wind. It was a sound so faint it was almost indistinguishable from the rustling of leaves, yet it held a weight, a significance that was impossible to ignore. Or was it the wind? The night was full of mysteries, each sound a clue to a story untold. The wind seemed to carry voices, secrets of the night, whispering to those who dared to listen.
They say this town is cursed, a place where the past never truly dies. A voice echoed, a voice not our own, but one that seemed to come from the very walls and streets. It was as if the town itself was speaking, whispering secrets of long-forgotten times, its words laced with warning and sorrow, tales of love lost and promises broken. They say the cat is its keeper, its guardian, its executioner. The feline roams the streets, watching, waiting.
Footsteps echoed on the pavement, slow and deliberate, as if each step was a countdown to an inevitable fate. Each step a hammer blow on the anvil of fear, resonating through the empty streets.
The cat's head turned, its ears twitching as it sensed the presence of something unseen. Those green eyes locking onto the source of the sound, unblinking and intense. A figure emerged from the mist, shrouded in mystery and fear, their face pale and drawn, eyes wide with terror, as if they had seen the very essence of the town's curse.
I shouldn't be here, the figure stammered, their voice barely a whisper. The air was thick with tension, every shadow seemed to move and every sound was amplified in the eerie silence. They felt a chill run down their spine, as if unseen eyes were watching their every move.
The cat remained motionless, its gaze unwavering. It was as if the creature was a sentinel guarding some ancient secret. The stillness of the cat contrasted sharply with the figure's growing unease. The green eyes seemed to burn brighter, piercing the gathering darkness. They were like two emerald flames cutting through the fog and shadows, revealing nothing but the void. Then, with a soft hiss, the cat vanished. Gone. It was as if it had never been there, leaving behind only a lingering sense of dread.
It always returns. It always collects. The figure's voice was filled with a mix of fear and resignation, as if they had witnessed this phenomenon many times before.
The silence returned, heavier, more oppressive than before. The air felt thick, almost suffocating, as if the very atmosphere was closing in. Only the faint green glow of a single cat hair on the ground hinted at what had been and what would be again. It was a small, almost insignificant detail, but it carried with it a weight of foreboding, a promise of the return of the unknown.